Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day 3 of 4 of the 50th Dieppe Classic. Today, to start off the day, we have a match between, well, two mathematically eliminated teams, the Avon View Avalanche and the SJR Eagles. In the women's divisions, here we go. The SJR Eagles being one of the few teams at the tournament to bring multiple teams. The only other teams that I know of that have brought multiple division teams are I believe Collège de Lévis Commandal and Brady. Do you know any other teams that have multiple division squads at the tournament? Oh, and of course, Clément, l'Odyssée, Mathieu Martin. Those three schools have also brought multiple contenders. Another shot.
Shot saved by Trax and the rebound. Another save. Still loose.
So far, the Avon View Avalanche really piling on the pressure here early in this first period.
on the slot. I went right through the feet. And I believe that was Woodman for Parker. He was going back the other way. And the Avalanche net. Franklin. On that one. No. He went to right hook. Harvey. Parker recovers in the corner, trying to and now barely in possession, taken away by Wright. More for the puck in the once more. Now the Avalanche defense, McDonald. McDonald to clear it in. Down battle for it after Parker trying to move through. Or that's Woodman, excuse me. Parker's high slot. Nyack. Eagles. The line. Shot there by Harvey. Off the shin pad and moved up in the corner. Parker out in front. And no one really on the doorstep. He goes back the other way. The Bows. Forwards. Donald turned around, goes through behind it, almost got sandwiched between Avalanche players, but still continues possession. McDonald. And then the puck in the middle for Stoller. Stoller can work their way in. That's good defense play. Take this through Murray. And again, Preston first the Avalanche in the puck battle. And they've won a lot of those so far here already in this game. McLean. But raises the closer. They flash behind the net. McLean has on their backhand, trying to move it up to the line. Only taken away by Robert. Put up the wall. McLean on the block. McLean center. McLean cut to the zone. McLean has another try on it. Bounces out. Seeing the brain still on this puck before it finally gets cleared in. Every player on the ice will go for a change.
Well, this is the first out of 3 final games for the round robin phase of the tournament. After I believe at around midday that'll be the last round robin game in all divisions, and at 5:45 the knockout stages will begin with the women's semifinal with either Mathieu Martin or l'Odyssée playing against the 3 or 4 seed here at the Uniplex Uni. It's a party in the USA. I mean, what a banger of a song.
Try Parker, and then another save made by Trash. Parker lined up and flashed into the zone for a dump in. Opposite corner, Olozu. Not on the loose shore, they try to put it up to the boards, taken away by the captain. Fella Wright outside the zone for late icing. So not got there and then not. Harvey recovers. Outside is ready to go. To the middle. Intercepted by McDonald onto the table. McLean on a backhand. What a play. Grace McDonald coming back to the fence. McLean trying back on the blue line. That one just on the side of the net. Our hash marks. Not on there. It looks like McLean. Brought up by Virgil. Back for a one-timer.
Well, a similar pattern we've seen in the majority of the games here at the tournament. Most of these games end up being a goaltender duel across all divisions here, with a few exceptions of some high-scoring games, especially last night with some blowouts. Well, it's either, so far it's either been a blowout or a very close and great hockey game. One or the other. We haven't had any in-betweens.
McLean shoots, and another save made by Match.
And that's the fourth toe drag McLean has done today already. I mean, she's moving past these SJR defenders like it's effortless.
Job done. Everything's perfect. Find herself in a small 2-1-0. Just unable to bury it. Or trying to get this one in his own between a couple of legs. The puck. Not moving, but here's a costly giveaway. Almost taken in. And Moses, I guess, again, a bouncing puck. McDonald, shot across. First forward, Murray, she's taken down.
So far, the Avon View Avalanche and their forechecking has just been outstanding so far, making the SJR defenders panic and give out some costly turnovers. Luckily for the SJR Eagles, none of those have resulted in goals, but if the Avalanche keep up this forecheck, we could very well see the first goal coming in their favor.
And Eagles will see themselves on the first man advantage of the day. They're to put to the net, set high, going to the blue line. Trying to keep that in there was Owozu, but was unable to. Again, a bouncing puck has been deadly to about every team that has played here. Right,
Avalanche
centers, the shot
4,
just misses
Avon
wide.
2 minutes for
Nina
tripping
Bose
at
with a
18-18.
rocket that just
That's
misses
Avalanche
the
penalty to
cage.
number 4, Murray. 2 minutes for tripping at 18-18.
Cleared all the way down the ice. Back for it, McDonald. Grace McDonald cutting back, waiting, and passes through center. Bose skating up through center across the blue line, trying to move that across, and Stoller unable to get that. It's out of her reach, and it's back for Lindsay McDonald and outside the zone. Eagles recover. Stoller to the middle, trying to get a one-timer on the stick of Bose, right with a shot. That was redirected into the corner. Stoller waiting at the hash marks, up to right, quarterbacking the power play. Soft dish off, they walk in, the shot is just missing the net. Grace McDonald, she tried to let her rocket go. Owozu tries from the blue line, tries for a deflection that went off the shin pad of Harvey and into the corner. Then with the backhand behind the net by Bose. Picked up by the Avalanche. McDonald shooting this one. It's going to land on the Eagles bench, rattle around a little bit. To the right of Hines. The faceoff will go. The Avalanche able to clear right away, and down the ice it will go. As we get down to the end of the first period, Avalanche surge on the penalty kill. McDonald, pass McLean. McLean trying to drive her way in. Gets her stick lifted outside the center. It'll go, but he cleared in by McBlain.
And we are knotted at 2 big zeros after the first period. So far, a pretty entertaining game with both sides really showing some good opportunities, but both goalies stand strong. 0-0 after 1.
That one right there has been the strongest. It's been Annalisa Trach for the Eagles. Has been clutch for her team numerous times for the first period. Brayna Lane, Diego gone from the Dieppe Uniplex. We'll see you back shortly for period 2.
And we're back with the second period between the SJR Eagles and the Avon View Avalanche.
And currently, while we have a moment, we'd like to thank the current 22 watching along with us. Here on day 3 of the 50th annual Dieppe Classic featuring the Four Nations Trophy and numerous teams from across the country. Here's the Manitoba team bringing it in. The shot off a stick and high. Bose waits, centers right. The shot was blocked, and then she's bulldozed. The Eagles are going to go right back on the power play. Getting started right where they left off. It's Grace McDermott that heads to the wrong penalty box. And then she goes to the correct one for a cross check. Pella right in the correct spot at the perfect time. And it's just hit from behind. So it's an Eagles power play for another 2 minutes. The Avalanche get it started off. Hahn with a clear down to the opposite end of the ice. McLean on the penalty kill. An absolute unit. Still just bun hooking in the near corner, still with possession before it's finally poked loose. Took about 3 Eagles to get the puck off her stick. Right
Avalanche
through
penalty,
center,
number 11, Grace
across the blue
McDermott.
line.
2 minutes
Centers
cross check
trying to get a
and
shot off here as
35.
Bose, unable to do so. McLean trying to
As
shove this one against the
Avalanche
wall and
penalty,
outside the
number
zone.
11, McDermott,
Right
2 minutes
center to
cross check
Bose, out of her
at
reach.
34
We'll go to
seconds.
the other 17, Caitlin Verge. Verge through center now in the zone, might have a step. Verge cutting on her backhand, sent high. Where is it? It's McLean, the shot, another save. The Avalanche with an incredible penalty kill. There's Verge bringing it in. It's ramped off the stick of Trach, and McLean finds it in the open slot. And again, Annalisa Trach waiting right place, right time. And we'll have a timeout.
And in regards to standings, the Mathieu Martin Vedettes leapfrogged the L'Odyssée Olympiens last night,
Timeout for
firmly
the
securing the
Eagles.
first seed with a record of 3 wins, 0 losses, and a goal differential of +7. I believe they got the first seed even though they had less goals allowed than L'Odyssée. And following the Vedette is the L'Odyssée Olympienne, also with a perfect record of 3-0 and a +8 goal differential, but they surrendered more goals than Mathieu Martin.
And lots of implications in the standings this year with the new rule featured in high school hockey. I believe it's called the fair play rule. I don't know if it has a name. But if a team manages to get under 16 penalty minutes in the game, they will be granted a point regardless of the win or the loss. So a win can be worth 3 points. But if penalty minutes exceed 16, the victor will only receive 2 points for that win. Eagles win the draw. Owozu around the cage into the opposite side. Eagles try to break out. It's Lindsey McDonald that defends at the blue line. With speed, Owozu across the blue line. Skating in, trying to cut back. Had her stick lifted. Owozu centers. There's the shot, and it's lifted over the net. That was Maddie Stoller trying to take what was hers. McDonald, Stoller to the middle, backhand, saved by Hines, and now pushed in the net. The Avalanche aren't going to appreciate it. And this puck goes in the net after, but was it covered? We'll see. It definitely looked like it went in the net, but maybe an early whistle. Eagles not trying to fight it.
Well, I believe that that the puck, though, wasn't firmly secured by the Avon View goaltender. I believe the referees did lose sight of it, so I'm assuming that would be the reason why they blew it.
Pass, McDonald trying to shoot that on net. There was Bose into some skates. McDonald, Bose, waits, centers. There's the shot missing wide. McDonald against the boards, caught in by Grace McDonald at the blue line. Center to the middle, Morin unable to handle it. Right to the blue line, Stoller waits and fires through traffic off the shin pad of McDonald and into the corner. Right, centering, missed everyone. Will end up with Pettipaw and down the ice. As now McDermott out of the box. There's the shot from the high slot. The save and the rebounds in the crease. Steered away. Right. Pressuring Morin. Back in behind the net, Lindsey McDonald. Trying to get that outlet pass over to Pettipaw. It skips outside the zone with speed. McDermott out of the box. Unable to beat out Maddie Stroller. There it is in the slot. Morin getting it back, then going for a change. Now it's loose out in front. Trach makes the save.
And I'd just like to take a moment here to thank the amazing reffing staff we've had all tournament. I mean, most of the calls have just been fantastic. I mean, a lot of calls have been very close, but overall, we have had the great privilege to have such good refs all weekend. Hats off to you guys.
Right off the draw. Cleared up. Eagles push it out to center. Cleared in by Greenwood, trying to shove this one into the zone. Woodman, she's getting tied up with Wong. Woodman in on her backhand, trying to cut wide, taken down, and we're going to have an Avon View power play for the first time this game.
Well, most of these very close games, the icebreaker really comes from a power play here. Let's see if that pattern continues right now with the Avalanche power play.
And another key to the game, not only Avon View going to the power play, but take a look at the SJR bench. They are playing almost two-line right now. A penalty is not going to help. So they are going to absolutely need short changes. Avon View has about double their staff. There's a shot from Murray with a howitzer from the blue line that was blocked. She then keeps it in. Try another shot. That one's blocked. Back for Murray. Had about 3 chances to get it on it. More out in front. The shot from Parker. The save.
11,
more jamming at the side of the net. Ella Parker positioned perfectly in front of the net. But Trach makes an even better save. A great turnaround pass. McLean just knows Parker is waiting right in front of the net. Attempted shot by Woodman. Wide of the net. Owozu. Around out in front. McLean trying to get a stick on it. Tries to turn around. Has her stick lifted by right off the skates of Murray. So this will barely escape the zone. Woodman trying to shoot this one in. Cleared down by the Eagles. Into the corner it will go. McBlain. Waiting. Searching for options. It's found into the center off the boards. Backhanded in by right. McBlain. Across for Murray. Murray waits and scans, tries a stretch pass that's intercepted, but blocked on the shot by Grace McDonald by McLean, as now it will still get outside the zone. Murray hovering the blue line, walks in, Murray cuts, waits, tries the shot, and that one blocked. I think that was Bose right in front of her. McLean, the shot from the blue line, it's deflected, and the net comes off again.
Well, no surprise there with the net coming off again, folks. And for the folks who are just watching now and haven't been with us for the whole weekend, the net coming off has been, I think it'd be an understatement to say, a consistency.
The net coming off is inevitable, and it's probably going to happen about 6 or 7 more times within the duration of this hockey game as the linesmen put the pegs back in, although that probably won't do much. Off the draw, SJR outside the zone. Just less than 40 seconds still to go on the Jamelia Doe penalty for a trip. At the ringette line, McLean protects the puck, gets it out, potential 2-on-2. McLean trying to dance in, ended up almost being a drop pass for Woodman, as now it goes to McDonald to the blue line. She tries to hold her ground. Lindsay McDonald shoving an eagle up, trying to get her teammate the puck. McDonald holds the line again. McDonald in the middle, lets one go. Pad save the rebound, back door. It's sent straight through the crease.
The Avon Avalanche, oh so close to getting the first goal as the SJR, kill off their power play.
Now back to 5-on-5, deflected at center ice, so that won't be for icing. A good hand-eye, preventing icing there. Grace McDonald with it for the Eagles. It's driven into the far hash marks of her own end, thrown out in front of the Avalanche. A backhand shot between the legs by Pettipaw, but couldn't get too much on that.
Well, as commentators, team names have been very strange for us, as we have LJR, SJR, and Saint-Jean-Eudes all in the same tournament. So confusing those names has been quite an interesting situation for us, I'd say.
And the males teams later in the day, St. John's will play Saint-Jean. Later, blast from Murray from the blue line. She's got a shot with her, more and wrap around. Saved by Tratchett at the side of the net. She'll lean over and cover. Avon View trying to gain possession. Here's Wright trying to throw this one up. It gets out of the zone. With speed, it's Bose. Winning the battle. Bose around Murray. Hooks around right in the middle and couldn't quite get the stick on it. Everyone being tied up. Avalanche come back the other way. It's a one-on-one. Defended by Wong with speed. McDonald on a breakaway. Tratch says no.
What a save by the SJR goalie. That's another one on the highlight reel for her.
And all goalies deserving of a highlight reel, as both of them so far stellar. There's the shot off the pad of Hines and will be redirected into the corner. Shot out of the zone. There's an Avalanche player going to fall. Delayed icing, although it won't get there. The first one back there is Doe. Waiting, moves it across, almost intercepted. Pella right in the middle with the bright pink tape, leaves that one off. Over for McDonald. McDonald moving in the shot. This one will miss wide. Ava Woodman across to the middle. Picks up some steam through center. McDonald cuts around one, or that's Woodman, excuse me. Woodman, sharp angle above the net it goes. Although Tratch in perfect positioning, it just elevates over the net. No icing going to be called. McBlain being chased on by Rahal and Robert. Going behind the net, tries to leave one off at the ringette line. It's Wright that picks it up in the middle. She gets her pocket picked. The Avalanche back the other way. A dump in behind the net. Going for it, McDonald having her stick lifted. manages to retain possession of her stick. Now throws it to the line. Avalanche hold it in. McBlain. The shot. Stoller. Bringing this one out for SJR. Stoller with speed. And she's poke checked there by Murray. Now cleared to center. Rahal with speed on the blue line. A good play on the near side. Stoller to stay on side. Rimmed along the boards. It bounces over a couple sticks right to the middle. Off the bench out of nowhere. Here's Grace McDermott. Here's the shot from far. And Stratch makes that save with ease.
Well, Stratch number 35 on the SGR Eagles standing on her head, making sure her team does not fall behind in this very, very close matchup to open up day 3 of the 50th Dieppe Classic.
And you could say that for both goalies. Both of them giving up a goose egg to the other team so far. Avalanche to the blue line, waiting. Harvey, the shot, deflection, but sent wide into the corner. McLean turns around in the corner, looks up top. There's the shot from Verge off the pad of Stratch. Verge still trying to handle it. It's her and Wright that go back, hitting up in the corner. McDonald on the rebound. Stratch was there, but it was sent wide. McDermott feeding it to Verge behind the net. Verge on her knees sends that one to the corner. Off the boards, Lindsay McDonald waits and fires, and that was blocked by the stick of Bose and will flutter into the corner. Back to the blue line, waiting. Harvey, there's the shot. Almost went over everyone and dropped right in, but blocked. Pella Wright the other way. The captain of SJR backhands it in. Attempted dump. It's blocked, but they're delayed offside, so we'll have a whistle. Avon view off the face-off. Being taken down there was Morin. Owozu back for the Eagles. Cleared in by Murray of the Avalanche. Owozu back with it, trying to go up the wall. This would have been blocked by a body. Morin to the middle, giving a little push. Taken by Murray as she tries to cut wide on Kozlowicz. Murray waits and winds up. That's blocked off a skate. There was Stoller, cleared all the way down. This will most likely go for icing against SJR, and it will.
Avon View doing a fantastic job at setting up deflection shots. A lot of them just barely away from going in and giving them the 1-0 lead.
And it seems like one of these days the Avalanche are going to get that bounce that they need, and the puck will find its way to the back end of the net. That has been a common theme throughout the game so far. Just straight shots. And a couple of them have gone those lucky bounces and ended up behind the red line. McDonald passing this one out. This one all the way down the ice, but it looks like it's headed to the net of Hines, so will not go for icing. She'll leave this one out. Over and across for Refuse. Around the board, she'll go for Pettipaw. Pettipaw to the middle. Everyone overskates it, so into the neutral ice it will go. Grace McDonald. Back forward for the Eagles. Goes rink wide. Almost got by the stick of Rahal. It's Murray and Stoller in a battle. Stoller gets her stick caught in her jersey, but down the ice it'll go. Against the wall. Cleared in by Bose. Behind the net of the Avon View net, Murray with speed. Ava Murray turned on the Jets. Gaining through a couple. Murray behind the net, almost losing possession. Still has control. Loose outside of the net. It's shot up to the blue line. McBlain waiting. Trying to go to the net. That was off the skate of Kozlowicz and into the corner. Cutting back McDonald. Waiting. Trying to go to the blue line in some feet. And it will find the stick of Nina Bose outside the zone. Kozlowicz trying to extend the stick and get it in. That's Harvey back for it for the Avalanche. Here's it might be a turnover to the shot from Bose over the net. Here another centering pass. Murray the only one there. This one's going to be shot all the way down the ice and will go for icing against the Avalanche. So an offensive zone draw Coming up for Avon View, or excuse me, SJR.
Avon View really needing a line change here as they're trying to get a dump in, just trying to get some fresh players on the ice. For SJR, if they just trap Avon View in their own zone, this could very much result in a goal.
And again, we've seen dangerous situations like this for SJR, especially considering they have 4 defensemen and 6 forwards right now. They're playing 2-line and still managing to keep the energy up. Woodman in for the Avalanche, taken down hard into the boards. They're both going to get up, however. But it will be a penalty against SJR.
And with just about 3 minutes left in the second period before the Zambonis go on, this is not the situation you want to find yourself in if you're the SJR Eagles.
And Jamelia Dew just taking down Woodman. Hard to do anything with the blazing speed by the Avon View forward. So it's an Avon View power play for the majority of the remainder of this game. Blue line, McBlain put to the net, deflected, almost went backdoor, caught by Tratch.
And again, that deflection strategy being used by Avon View to a T as they get a dangerous look on net, but it's quickly put out by the SJR netminder.
And it's McLean that tipped it. Got it even more bouncy as it goes towards the net. McDonald. Down low, sent back to the board. McDonald waiting.
2 minutes
That
for
one
tripping
deflected, so
at
she'll have to
12:02.
skate back.
That's Eagles
McDonald
penalty to number 11.
retreating, cutting back even further in her own end. 2.5 to go in period 2. 1.5 still on the power play. Shot back this time behind McDonald. Sarah McBlain cuts around through center. That pass all the way back and intercepted by Bose as she'll shoot it all the way down. Eagles going to try to make some timely changes as Avon View really trying to slow the play down here. Up to the near boards with speed. McLean walking in. There's the shot. Had some heat to it, but just missed it wide. McDonald moving this one across. Verge across the blue line. Waiting, cutting in the corner. Turning as they try to set up this power play. Verge looks to the blue line. Murray, the shot! And paddled away by Tratch and into the corner. Behind the net with it here. Owozu. Curled around. It's in some skates. Pass to the middle. And some sticks were lifted, so no one able to get a hold of that. Bose in the corner. Gets pinned by McLean. Outside the zone it will go.
The SJR penalty kill unit doing a fantastic job here as Avon View is left with just about 10 seconds left on their power play to put something together.
And only a minute left in the second. Walking in, the shot from Moore is sent wide. Some good pressure on the defense there from McDonald.
Last minute play in the period.
As now Wong trying to move it up to the line. There's Wright. And the SGR Eagles have successfully killed off a penalty, but they ice it just a little too late.
SJR unable to get the line change as the refs decide to call it early icing. I believe in this tournament it's home team first change, I believe.
I'm not too sure of those exact rules, but regardless, it's an icing charged against SJR. Fusion off the face-off, made about 3 switches before dropping the puck. One by Avon View, pass to the middle. The shot just missed wide by Pettipaw in front. She didn't miss the post by much. Pettipaw again to the net. That Tratch there. And she has been amazing so far this game, standing on her head. I'd say put her in net for the Jets. I mean, they just lost Hellebuck. I think he's out 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Just under 40 seconds to play here. SJR really needs to clear the puck here, as Avon View is starting to gain some momentum here in the last stages of the second period.
It would be a huge pendulum change if a goal can be scored in the last 30 seconds. Murray winds up for the line with a blast and right into the chest of Trach there for the Eagles. We've seen that a lot from Ava Murray so far. Within 2 games we've streamed here, just taking blasts from the blue line. Now with speed is Bose, and Stoller a little jumpy, so they end up offside. Now just 22.3 left in our second period of play before the Zamboni comes on. SJR off the draw, Owozu, D to D across from McDonald. Hines trying to bring it in. It's moved out here by the Avalanche with speed. It's Morin jumping in. Rowan Morin, there's the shot, turned away by Trach. Another one is sent just behind the net. Eagles with possession, trying to just clear this one out of the zone. McDonald with it there for a second.
And the SJR Eagles hold down and do not let the Avon View Avalanche regain the lead as we, gain the lead as we go into the second intermission, and we'll be right back with the third and final period.
Marina Lane and Diego Aragon from the Dieppe Uniplex here in the 2025 Dieppe Classic Day 3 action. Still coming your way after a quick 10-minute break. Stick around. And a Toba team bringing it in. The shot off a stick and high. Bose waits, centers right. The shot was blocked through center. Now in the zone, might have a step. Verge cutting on her backhand, sent high. Where is it? It's McLean. The shot, and McDonald, Stoller to the middle, backhand, saved by Hines, and now McDermott out of the box. There's the shot from the high slot, the save, and the rebounds, and she's getting tied up with Wong. Woodman in on her backhand, trying to cut wide, taken block, back for Murray. Had about 3 chances to get it on it. More out in front, the shot from Parker. Shot, and that one blocked. I think that was Bose right in front of her. McLean, the shot from the blue line. It's the McDonald in the middle. Lets one go. Pad save the rebound. Back door. It's sent. Avalanche come back the other way. It's a one-on-one. Defended by Wong with speed. McDonald on a breakaway. Trach section, but sent wide into the corner. McLean turns around in the corner. Looks up top. There's the shot from Verge off the pad of Trach to keep the energy up. Woodman in for the Avalanche. Blue line. McLean put to the net. Deflected. Almost went back door. Caught by Champion. It would be a huge pendulum change if a goal can be scored in the last 30 seconds. Murray winds up for the line with a blast. And right.
All right, welcome back to the third and final period between the SJR Eagles and the Avon View Avalanche. We are currently knotted at 0 goals for either side as we go into the final frame of action.
And about to get the puck dropped. As here we go, third and final frame. Just 3 penalties in the game, and that is all we have seen. Both goalies showing the door each and every time to the opposition. Eagles trying to get out. It was Stoller. Poke check, moved across McDonald. To the middle is Bose. Off a skate. McLean into the zone for the Avalanche. McLean gets poke check, still has it. The shot, and Dratch off the pad and into the corner it will go. Avalanche move it back. It's McBlain up the wall. Caught by McDonald back at the blue line, at her own blue line, up to Robert in the middle. Robert across, off a skate. Cutting into the zone is Rahal. Unable to maintain possession, it's McLean. Bursting into her end, McLean the toe drag. And Grace McDonald reads her perfectly. McDonald into the zone. She was poke checked by Woodman, who was skating hard on defense. Verge tried to center it. No one was there. Pella right into the zone. Avalanche off the boards into the neutral end. Working with speed. Here's Woodman. Has Parker with her. Woodman, the shot. And over the net it goes. Stopped in by Greenwood. Taken by Wright. Wright with speed. Has her stick lifted, but it's just ended up being a pass for Nyack in the middle. Zaya Nyack. Dumped into the zone. McDonald comes to rest behind the net for Avon View. After the puck, Schwartz-Lutz is dumped back behind the net. Miscommunication of who was supposed to go for it. There's refused for the Avalanche up the wall for Parker. She chips this one by Doe. It's Wright and Woodman in a foot race before it's called icing at 13:03 of the third.
Well, suffice to say, this match has been a rubber match so far. I mean, the momentum just swinging both sides, but no goals being scored by either side. It's been a very, very close match so far. And a fantastic way to kick off day 3, too, with a very good hockey game.
And everyone in the crowd and behind the screen just waiting for the first goal for the icebreaker. It's taken a while. McDonald up the wall, cleared back in, trying to get the shot off. It was just under the stick of Kozlowicz into the corner. Avalanche, they clear. Up is Woodman. Back for it, there's Owozu. Behind the net she'll go. Fake as she heard some stick banging behind her. That was McDonald that was asking for the pass. Avalanche clearing the zone. Shot is blocked by Azowu. Behind the net, still with it. And there's a poke check by Stoller, who came in out of nowhere back on defense. Stoller against the wall. McDonald again trying to go up the boards. There's a shot from Harvey. They score!
And Avon View get the icebreaker with Harvey with an absolute missile from the blue line, pulling the Avalanche ahead here in the third period.
Shots from the blue line. It's what the Avalanche do best. And Thratch is screened and is unable to see the absolute blast from Andy Harvey from the blue line. Top of the corner. Wind it up for a one-timer, and into the back of the net it goes.
What a goal. Just an absolute rocket from the blue line.
And got to the top of the apex and slid right under the bar. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Harvey, assisted by number 7, Braylon Pettipaw, at 2 minutes 45 seconds.
So it's Harvey from Pettipaw. The first goal here and the only goal so far at 12:15 of the third period. The Avalanche breaking again. It's Pettipaw to the net. The rebound waiting right there. The Avalanche just unable to get a stick under it. This one's not going to be an icing. It was tipped. Now all players rushing back for it. McBlain behind the net. Waits and looks. There was an eagle that went down, and they block it in the zone. Skating up for it was Nyack. just unable to get possession. McDonald with speed, potential 2-on-1 McLean. McDonald, there's the shot, saved by Tratch. McLean with the shot. That one's blocking the shin pads of McDonald. McLean with McDonald still with it. McLean to her backhand in front, tried to slide one in. Expected Tratch to move, but she didn't budge. Now back out in the slide. Glove save. And some rough stuff after the whistle. McDonald.
Avon View searching for that insurance marker, trying to extend their lead as much as possible to not let SJR climb back into this game.
And Tratch sprawled out, but manages to get the glove out in time. Avon View in the draw. Verge to the middle. Now off McDermott, the backhand off the pad. Verge with another try, and it's wide of the net. Kozlowicz unable to control, and so is McBlain. It's outside the zone. Backing up is Murray. Murray across the boards. That one banked off the back of the foot of an Avalanche player. Stoller behind the net, gets it stolen out in front. It's loose in the slot, and it squeaks out over to Grace McDermott, who is waiting in the right place at the right time. And cleared by the Avalanche. This one delayed icing, and it will get there. Well, we've almost played a third of the third. And the Eagles are up 1-0. And we'll quickly go around the tournament. BMHS and the Morris Mavericks are tied at 1 in the second period. And across on the IGA, the CP Allen Cheetahs are up 4-1 on the St. Max Saints. Only 2 other games in action right now, but plenty more to come.
And if CP Allen ends up defeating their opponent, they will leapfrog the LJR Patria and will end up playing the Mathieu Martin Vedettes.
And that was offside, although it looked like McLean questionably got back on. Eagles with the pass into the center ice. Robert against the boards. Sent across back, refuse. Back along the boards. They poke at it. It's Robert trying to keep it in. Right in there as well for the Eagles. Player falling down. Looks like that's Parker on the ice. Robert back to her defense. McDonald through center. Almost picked up by right. McDonald there. She'll go directly through center. It's tipped off 2 sticks. Now retreating for it, McDonald. Circling her cage. McDonald waits. Pass up. It's deflected but kept in the zone. Here's Lindsay McDonald. Unable to hold. Greenwood back against the boards. And this one into the far corner. Ozowu. D-to-D pass. Then outlet right over to right. Pella right through the middle. Leaves it off for Robert. Robert trying to center. There's right as well. And the Avalanche take over on a loose puck and get it out of the zone. Now 1-on-1. Greenwood, Ozowu. Greenwood in through the legs of Ozowu and off the pad and into the corner. Eagles up with steam the other way. McDonald cutting to the middle, almost getting hit big. The puck is turned over. Wright's able to keep the zone and just unable to. There's Rahal. Eagles getting caught in a change. 3-on-1. Harvey with the shot off the pad. She was looking for her second. McDonald looking out in front. They still battle for it. Rin along the boards. It was Rahal trying to clear. Avon View sustaining pressure so far in this third period. They have been insane to start off our final frame. Wraparound attempt. The save is made by Tratch, and she'll cover. Avon View off the draw. Harvey the shot. Looking for a deflection there from Pettipaw. She had her stick tied up. Bose Out of the zone, deflected by Stoller and outside to neutral ice and offside of the Avalanche. We'll have another quick whistle. Face off outside the Eagles bench. It's won by the Avalanche. Look, they almost went offside again. Here's McLean, breaks for the pile. There's the shot off a shin pad. Another try, a pad save made by Thratch. Moving up is Stoller. Through the middle, bouncing. It's on the tape, or the skate, excuse me, of Harvey. She manages to whack it away before it gets into any danger. Wong over for Doe into the zone. Tipped off the stick of Murray. Waiting back for it. There's Harvey. Harvey pass just out of the reach of McLean. Ends up being dropped from McDermott, who will dump it into the near corner. Going up there for it is Wong, and there's a big hit applied by, I believe that's Verge. Wong is down. It's cleared out of the zone by SJR, but we're going to have a penalty up against the Avalanche here for a body contact. Natalia Wong heading to the bench. Definitely looks shaken up. And just didn't expect a hit there from Verge. Definitely a size difference. And Verge just playing the body instead of the puck.
Yeah, that was a big hit. No other way to put it. And let's hope she's okay.
She's being attended to on the bench. Hopefully just got the wind knocked out of her. Hopefully we'll be seeing her back before the end of this game. Starts off with the Avalanche clearing. Azowu behind her net.
Avalanche
Passed
penalty
up.
number 17.
There's a
Caitlin
stick
Bird,
lifted.
2 minutes for body contact.
Azowu outside the line.
That's Avalanche
McLean
penalty to number
walking
17,
in. The
Bird,
shot,
2 minutes for
and that
body
one just
contact
misses
at
the
8:06.
post. McDonald along the boards, back into the zone. Again, the Eagles struggling to clear. Mackenzie McLean has just been an absolute unit on the penalty kill. Incredible special teams being brought by the Avon View Avalanche. As they shoot it in, it's now behind the net. Azowu through her own zone. This will go to neutral ice. Won't go any further as it's Pettipaw that clears it in for the Avalanche. Behind the net, gathered by McDonald. First one on there, McDonald and McLean. McLean coming out of nowhere. Toe drag to the middle on the backhand. And Thratch said no. Right in her own end. Off the boards, Avon View defense coming to pinch. They get it out, but it's going to be right in there for McBlain. McBlain, no look drop pass behind her. It's cleared all the way down the ice. McDonald for the Eagles. Shot through center, almost picked off. And now with Harvey, and she'll make no mistake. McDonald for the Eagles. They're going to try to reset it again. Here's Parker into the zone. Parker around the net with it on her backhand. They still battle for it behind the net, as after a tie-up, it's Wright that comes out with possession. Pella Wright steaming through center. Nice move to cut. Now left off. Rahal put it on net. And power play expired for SJR. Avalanche clear. This one might not be enough for icing. We'll see. It's not. The Avalanche back to the net. Thrash with the pad. Another shot from Parker. This one didn't get on net. Sticks tied up. Harvey at the blue line, leaving this one off. There's a shot from McDonald. And again, she's shown the pad. Harvey waiting. Soft dish off Parker. Across. One-timer. McDonald deflected on net. Eagles move back the other way. With steam, it's Stoller. Getting across Harvey as she dumps this one into the zone. Morin. Back for it. Shooting this one up. Looks like it'll go all the way down the ice. We charged icing against Avon View. Eagles still searching for one more goal. Face off to the left of Hines. outside the line. McDonald moves this one across. Azowu banked off the boards. Moving this one in is Robert. It's right on the line, backhanded across. Stepping in, Bose working her way in. Backhander tried to go backdoor, held into the zone. Avalanche clear. It's McDonald with possession outside the blue line. Gets poke checked. It's taken by Robert as she moves back. Harvey across. Not Parker, that's Greenwood. Trying to go through, held in by Nyack. Shot out by McDonald. This one's off the boards. Delayed icing. And this will not be called icing. They're saying McDonald had a chance to get there. McDonald will throw this one across in the neutral zone. That missed everyone. Cleared back in. Short delayed offside. Azowu in the corner. Off the boards. Caught in by Murray. Murray the shot. Caught and held down by Pettipaw. McLean behind her net. McLean on the backhand. Cuts to her forehand. Looks to the blue line. Waiting. It goes under the stick of Refuse. And the Avalanche iced it on themselves. We got less than 3 to go. Eagles still down by a goal. SJR almost a misplayed puck from Azowu. Luckily, no one there to pounce on it. Azowu up, trying to get that to Stoller. Cleared and moved in. It's Verge that grabs it behind her net. Rimner on the boards, caught at the line. Shooting that one in, it just goes wide. Or rather redirected off Hines. Avalanche shoot it in. This one's going to go on Thratch. She'll leave this one out for her defense. Trying to shoot it up the wall there. I believe that was McDonald. Now brought back by the Avalanche. McDonald, the no-look backhand. Goes up top. Verge the shot. Thratch with the pad save. Right with speed. Less than 2 to go. Watch for Thratch as she might leave the net soon. They might want to get the goalie pulled as soon as they can get possession. Lindsay McDonald with it across the red line. Banked off the boards. Grace McDonald. Flipping this one up in a neutralized shot back in by Lindsay McDonald. SJR again with it. Run back around. Grace McDonald waits on her backhand. Tries to dangle through a couple. Moves this one up barely to get to Rahal. McDermott turning and looking. Throws it up to the blue line. No one there. Murray was just getting on after a change. She'll dump it back in as we approach the last minute. Now a turnover right in front. Murray walking in, the shot glove down by Thratch. Because that was almost a costly turnover.
Not much time left as the Avon View Avalanche firmly begin to start dominating puck possession. If the SJR Eagles want to have a shot at tying the game, they need to break out and try to get that extra attacker on the ice before what's left of this game runs out.
They most definitely need that. They need to get possession first. Here's a pass in front. The save is made by Thratch as the rebound squirts its way into the corner. McDonald behind the net. Pass up. Might want to pull the goalie here. There's just 40 seconds left as they get through the zone. Rahal going in. Thratch is now on the bench as the Avalanche recover. Held in by Azowu. Skating down for it is Bose. Bose to the front of the net. No one's there. It's held in at the line by McDonald. McDonald skates in. Bounced high. Right with the backhand. Deflected on net. Hines in the save in the glove. And then a bit of rough stuff after. Oh, here we go. Wright's getting into it. Given a punch by Murray. They still shove each other. We have just under 20 seconds to go. Here, a bouncing puck, probably the most dangerous kind of shots, as Hines is just able to hold this.
I believe SJR is going to call a timeout here with 19 seconds left on the clock, and they are down by one.
So a quick timeout here on MSD. Brain Lane, we're gone. Dieppe, Uniplex. Avalanche 1, the Eagles still at no score. We got just under 20 seconds left to play. To the left of face-off. To the left of Hines, the face-off is. Tie up, right, waits, puts it to the line. McDonald shoots through traffic. It was blocked in a skate and redirected to the corner. Shot around the boards by Murray. Poked loose. Avalanche get it out. This one's going to fly down the ice, and that will be a 1-0 victory as the clock hits all zeros.
And that will wrap up our coverage of the women's round robin play, as our next game will be the women's semifinal later on today at 5 o'clock Atlantic time.
Stick around for our next game. Central Kings, Harrison Trimble Trojans, men's Division II, bringing the Lane to Aragon, Dieppe Uniplex 50th Anniversary Dieppe Classic.
The DNA Swag Dieppe Hockey Classic player of the game for the Eagles, number 35, Annalisa Trash. The DNA Swag Dieppe Hockey Classic player of the game for the Avalanche, number 22, Andy Harvey.